Hey everybody, welcome back. I believe this is the 20th episode of my Brandenburg Let's Play. So, just to let you guys know, I'm really caught up. In fact, I've just watched the previous episodes up until now, or at least the comments, I should say. So this is basically the next recording session after that, because I've been actually stalling and delaying a lot. Maybe even procrastinating. I've been really thinking about the situation that we're in right now, meditating upon it. The biggest drawback of the game right now that I think I've sort of mentioned in previous episodes is actually the way that the Empire is currently going. We can see that Protestantism is doing a really, really bad job, actually. I mean, it is just so bad. From my experience, usually you can expect Protestantism to at least ravage sort of modern day Germany, at the very least. But then if you're lucky, you're going to have Scandinavia or some of Scandinavia, perhaps Norway will not be. And some of the British Isles. And if you're very lucky, you can in fact have all of the British Isles, all of Scandinavia, and all of Germany, if Protestantism is doing really well. But basically, we can see we have Scandinavia here, one of which is our subject, so it's kind of irrelevant what his religion is because he's subservient to us. So in a sense, I mean, it's just so tiny. It's just so tiny. We're not even losing that much imperial authority. And personally, it's kind of disappointing in a sense. But I think I'm going to go back on my word a little bit because a lot of people have asked, am I going to form Prussia? At this stage, guys, I think we're going to be Brandenburg. We're going to be Brandenburg up until we actually form Germany. Because I'm in a really good spot of being a Catholic emperor. I've been thinking if we hand emperorship off to France, or maybe with our own vote we can give it to somebody other than France, even though most of these electors are voting for France after me, France is going to be so powerful. They're already very powerful, but then he doesn't have that many enemies, guys. It's basically the Ottomans, but the Ottomans also hate us. So they might not help us against France. England is not comparable to France, and he's actually our ally anyway. There's pretty much nobody apart from our ally who's going to help us against France. Or say that it's Austria becomes emperor again after the French ruler dies. Well, nobody's going to help us against Austria. Austria has done quite some expanding. He's going to become emperor, so he's going to be no joke. And nobody's really going to help us against him because the French are not rivaling him, so therefore the French will probably defend him as a Catholic. Anyway, the point is, it's going to be so costly at this point to actually flip to Protestantism and try to overthrow Catholicism, then I think we're just going to have to stay Catholic. Yeah, so just throwing that out there. I hope you guys don't regret or disagree rather with my my decision. But that's how I actually decided to deal with this. We should just consider ourselves lucky that we are actually Brandenburg. We're the only nation that actually has Prussian ideas, and we don't have to form Prussia. So yeah, we're actually not going to form Prussia. We're going to be the Brandenbeast all the way until we finally form Germany. I just encountered I just embraced the Counter-Reformation, and it's time to start converting some of these provinces back. And the good news is that gives us a lot of opportunities here to actually force religion where we can. So that's going to be probably what we preoccupy ourselves with in the upcoming years. My other concern, like I mentioned last episode, is our power projection. So let's see how we do here. What the hell? 10 years of missionary strength modifier, really? God, that's such a bad event. I think I'm just going to take this, guys. I don't want to lose the stability, the relations with the Pope. I mean, that's the good thing about being Catholic is that Catholicism's OP, right? We get to have the inflation reduction, which I'm really looking forward to for kind of the entire game. And as we convert provinces to our religion, we're going to be able to boost our stability. So that's the good news. It doesn't help us out in terms of military. We just took a really bad modifier, though, of reduced missionary strength. And I think even though this guy's +2 and he's relatively cheap, we're going to take a missionary strength advisor to help out our religious unity. That's what I'm going to do. I was saying that, yeah, we're going to look around here and see, like, is this guy under 100%? So we can, oh, he's exactly 100% on Saxony. If we fabricate on him, like, now and go to war with him, we might be able to force religion on him. And his friends are Ulm. So we can force religion on Ulm as well if we fight that war. I'll do it on Magdeburg, Lüneburg. We've got truce with Lubeck. Yeah, so next time the truce is up here, I could actually declare on Lubeck and force religion on these 3 nations. 1, 2, 3. That will actually remove the center of Reformation. We can also fabricate here, but he's a free city on Friesland, so that's not good. We have to attack one of his allies if we're to do that. Looks like Bohemia might be the way to go. But regardless, I'm going to be doing some forcing religion. And yeah, in that sense, when we look at it from a Catholic perspective, like, damn, we're doing pretty well. Definitely want to be managing the empire to the best of my ability here. Now, I've also been thinking about Austria. What we could do is attack Poland. I think that might be the move we do to get our power projection. If we attack Poland, separate piece Austria with humiliate rival, we can see his financial situation is not so good, whereas ours is really strong. So I think this might be the smartest way to go. We attack Poland, take the 1 province, separate piece Lithuania. We could take some of his land, but either way we can annul his treaties. He's got really strong diplomacy to set him up to get crushed later, and take humiliate rival against Austria. So I'd focus Austria out first of all. That is a fairly strong alliance, though, all in all. The other thing, of course, if we don't do that much expanding, like we fight the religious wars, just like I promised last episode, it's finally time, guys, to... Wait for my war exhaustion to go down. I'm going to state up some territories. You guys have been basically begging me to state some land, I swear, every episode. Why don't you state some land? Somebody also told me in the options you can just turn the... It might be on the other options menu out of the game. I will actually check after this episode if we can turn the floaty units off. Because I'm just not used to it and it's not my preference. Yeah. In the meantime, though, let's actually sort out our kind of army composition a little bit. We got some manpower, but we certainly got a lot of money as well. Yeah, I hope... Let me know, guys, your thoughts in the comments. Being Catholic, skipping Protestantism, I think it is by far the most pragmatic way to handle the situation. I hope you guys aren't sad about the fact that we're not going to be Prussia this game. So we're certainly diverging from historical Germany, I suppose, unfortunately. But guys, if Catholicism is so strong, like if we get Saxony, there's basically going to be no power in the empire. Like Lubeck can't be emperor. We might be able to just skip the Protestant League war. Totally. The League might, well, it might form, but if it did form, I doubt it would ever fire. So that would be pretty cool. So our combat width is 27 at the moment. Okay, I'm going to go up to 14 infantry. Let's start getting really good army compositions, because soon I'm going to want to go ham. Really, really ham. Conquer the whole world, baby. I also re-rolled my mission because I felt like I wasn't going to take Polosk in a little while. Let's see if we can get a good mission. Got some sailors. Why don't we at least go up to our maximum Navy force limit? Now we're not using our Navy so much. When we do finally, you know, go to war again or whatever, we now are going to have the Swedish Navy rolling around in the Baltic Sea. So I think all of a sudden our Navy is kind of quite, you know, I wouldn't say powerful, but it's not a complete pushover, which is good. Real good. Now, Muscovy wants an alliance here, and we broke our alliance with him last... I was going to say last game, last session. I just remembered that we've got access from Cologne. And, yeah, that military access, I was run under our Diplo relations because I was thinking that we're going to lose emperorship and therefore lose relations. So we certainly should be, now that we are emperor, we should be... Oh gosh, check this out. That guy's 15. Don't die, Castile. I don't want France to get a PU. He's already so powerful. We should certainly be looking for another Diplo relation. Ah, the 666 on Portugal. I'm so jelly. It's unbelievable, man. And his air's good as well. Enrique. I'm so jelly. I don't know where we can really find like a valuable ally. I was talking about this last episode. It's like Castile, even though Castile's been a bit of a potato this game. He's looking like the better option. How large is Ethiopia? He's a military tech 12. Oh man, he's big. Alright, you know what? Maybe building favors with Ethiopia. He would probably help us against the Ottomans once they join borders. I think it might be quite pragmatic to work on relations with him, and of course he is PUable as well, being a Coptic nation. He's over 400% war score cost now, so let's see if we can get an alliance with him. And I think I can go up to speed 5. We got absolutely no cavalry. Let's fix that. And I will also build some cannons. Now we're beginning to lose money per month. We've got that negative 10% tax modifier, which is not cool. Okay, we can lose Imperial Authority here because we don't have any. And keep converting our provinces. The other thing I want to do now is just max relations with the Pope. You know what? Maybe we should use our Diplo slot on the Pope. Get that increased papal influence by having increased relations. Like, max it out. Maybe that's the way to go. I don't know. As we convert our provinces up, we're going to get quite some papal influence. And I'm pretty much going to jam the inflation all the time. We could be... No, my freaking missionary strength advisor. We only just took him, dude. I didn't realize I had another one for +2 here. Man, that's expensive. But the +3 admin? Worth. We got a lot of money. I'm going to be bleeding out some cash here, guys. But, +3 admin? We're so desperate for admin. Let's be a bit bold and go up to +3 at this somewhat early stage. I mean, considering how poor our economy is, I would say early. But yeah, man, admin is one of our biggest limitations right now. Speaking of which, let's flip an event. I'm going to take autonomy. So this is probably the modifier here that we can't convert these provinces, the religious zeal. But our religious unity is not too bad overall. And we actually eliminated the threat of this disaster. The religious disaster. Gosh, we keep getting all these negative events. Stop. Stop, game. Okay. I wanted to go to war against Saxony sooner rather than later because he's at exactly 100% war score. If he goes over 100% just by developing a province or something, then we're not going to be able to force religion on him. Yeah, so that's a good war to go to. Our war exhaustion's almost completely gone. Before I do that, we're going to actually state up some land, and I'm going to accept Polish culture group. So what's our war exhaustion at? I'll just wait a couple more months here, and then it's back to war we go. 28,000, eh? We can handle that, no problem. Got that swaggin' 5 shock general, man. Unbelievable. So beautiful. What is our army tradition nowadays, guys? 58. Cool. So I've been reading the comments quite a bit, guys, and a lot of you are kind of disappointed about how I've been playing lately, like the not even noticing the tragedy that came across last episode. The what was it called? Disaster. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I basically am tired when I usually play, but it's no big deal. Like, I'm having fun. I hope you guys forgive me for noobing it up every now and then. Here, I'm going to... You know what? This Rhineland is just so wealthy, but I think that we're going to be better off now chucking down our guy in Novgorod from Rhineland instead, because although 15% of 4.7 is not that much, it's going to give us a small modifier in Lubeck, whereas we won't in Rhineland. So I think that's going to help us more with our economy by chucking our guy to transfer from Novgorod instead of Rhineland, and we will protect trade in Lubeck. I'm going to go ahead and be a little bit lazy and basically use my entire fleet to protect trade as a small amount of security if somebody attacks us or I noob it up and forget about the navy again, that at least our lightships are not completely vulnerable. And this war against Saxony should not be too hard, but first of all, I think since we stated up this is the second time we've stated a territory, guys. Sweet. So good at this game, I swear. Okay, that should have gotten rid of our disaster of the nobility not having enough land. Clergy, we can give some land. And before we go to war, let's accept the Polish culture group. From that one thing is already 28%. Sweet. So the Poles are going to be way more happy now. That's +2 to unrest, essentially. Very good. We can state up more, but I will... You know what? Let's do one more. One more. I might not give the nobility any land. Wow, let's see. Are you... Nice, nice, nice. I was worried about the influence being over 80 again. Looks like we're fine. Perfect. Okay, now this here is going to be the easiest war ever against Magdi. So I might just do that right now, even before Saxony. Let's just roll over there and force religion on him. Yeah, so I guess we should try to kind of... you know what? I think it's time to force religion on Novgorod. We're remaining Catholic, so he's going to be a Catholic now. Now, he has religious ideas, so he should be able to convert his land. Well, he's actually 1 away from 4, my bad. But soon, hopefully, he should be able to have really good conversion strength, and then he's going to be able to convert all of this Protestant and Orthodox land up really quite easily. I mean, the development's not high around here, and with the modifier from religious, that's going to be really easy mode for him. Yeah, so I was going to say, let's see if we can get some actual, like, manpower, you know? While we fight these wars. Drop one more guy in here. Trying to suffer as a little attrition as possible. I mean, looking from a Catholic perspective, if we can expand out eastward like crazy, and if we can vassalize the empire and make nations even such as France like a invalid rival, that would be sweet. If we could just like be friends with France in the late game and PU them, for example. Now, our truce with Hamburg is really intriguing in 6 years, because that's where we can really do some religion enforcing. And how about this here? Holstein, we can enforce religion on him. So let's fabricate on Lüneburg as well. That's a good religious war thingy we can do. I'm hating the fact that our power projection is under 50, guys. Like, it's killing me. It's killing me. I think attacking Poland is the way to go, and separate peace Austria. Those are my thoughts. Okay, take that inflation reduction from the Pope. Heck yeah, I love it. We need that to just be jammed. Which will be actually really easy, to be honest, to just keep that up the entire time. Okay, our ruler gets monthly autonomy. That hurts, man. Or spending cash, man. Rip cash. We've spent like 1,000 ducats in the last year. Easy. I'm going to start a second war. Against Saxony. Who's he actually fighting? Yeah, he's quite preoccupied as well. Let's go. I want to begin by separate piecing Ulm. And I'll keep the other stack just around to kind of... Well, I might have to be a little bit more conservative than that, actually. Just be patient. These missions are really, really not so good. Definitely, maybe I will take this mission here. Against Bohemia. Because that's a nation that we can actually release quite easily. Looks like he would be Protestant, which is a shame, but... hopefully... Yeah, I mean, the more number of princes is definitely the way to go from my experience. The more princes, the better in terms of running a good empire and getting that imperial authority rate up. As much as it pains me, like I'd love to PU Hungary, especially because it looks like it could be feasible, I think just expanding into Hungary is the way to go. If we look at other culture groups, I'm not sure what other culture groups we should accept out east. Although Ruthenian looks quite large geographically, the development is really small. And it's actually, like, that's 14 on Kiev, and then there's some around this region. But it's actually really quite a weak culture group, even though it looks large geographically. Because, I mean, the reality is these are like, I mean, right there, that's 4, 3, 4, what is that, like freaking 10? So that's like one moderate province. So that's a really small culture, actually, in reality. In terms of development, the same goes for the rest of the sub-Russian regions. Despite these looking geographically smaller, Belarus is actually bigger in development, and Ryazan's actually bigger as well, but they're still not that good. I'm not sure, like, I'd rather spend a culture group here in the Czech region. That 35 is absolutely insane on their capital. But we're not going to have control over that until we actually integrate them via the Holy Roman Empire. Definitely the Turkish and French, Francine, are massive culture groups, which ultimately we would probably want to accept. Man, Sweden comes down. Love it. Sweden actually helping us out nowadays. In the past, we've had the Swedes kind of just chill around and not really do anything. Novgorod is also in complete submission, even though we forced religion on him, so that's really cool. Relations are maxed out with Ethiopia. I wonder if we can actually pull that alliance off and build tons of favors with him. We can't quite get the royal marriage. That's interesting. So I guess let's improve relations with the Pope as much, what is it called? Papal influence as possible. Gonna be spending that like cash, hopefully. So yeah, our financial situation is a little bit of an issue. I'm gonna try get rid of these mercs, like slowly but surely, just consolidate them and not rehire them, as we're not fighting any crazy wars right now. These wars are certainly handleable. Okay, so our truce with Muscovy comes up in 1 year. We could do a reconquest war against him. And then we were trying to attack this. Somebody in my comments said this is not pronounced Galer. I really wouldn't know how to pronounce that, guys. I could just guess. Like, that says gel, right? Gelry. But I suggest that's not how it's pronounced. I would have no idea. I just wing it with my pronunciation, guys. No! Dude! I don't even know what to say, guys. That is just so... Our ruler was like... He was like, what? Like, 18. So I didn't even want to address this, guys, because the chances of that happening was so slim. Our ruler was like 18, but our ruler had 5-5. He had 5-5, so I was hoping he didn't die. But also, this guy has negative relations with us. But you can see all the modifiers. It's aggressive expansion. We claimed the throne. We declared war. Was at war? They forced a union on us. A union only in name. When you calculate those modifiers, we were gaining like plus 30 relations, when considering also we can boost the relations a year, which meant another year and a half and we'd be in positive relations. But our guy just died. That is so upsetting. All that work, man, That's so upsetting. So, we have to restore the Union CB, which we're obviously going to use. We're going hard for the Swedes. Oh, that is so upsetting. What a joke, man. One more Catholic. Oh, man. Guys, oh, what a buzzkill. What a buzzkill. That is so lame. This game hates me. I actually feel like crap now. Like, gosh darn it, that is so lame. So, I'm certain we don't need to worry about his claim or anything like that. We have the CB against him. So the main thing is that he doesn't get allies, but we have to 1v1 him again. Gosh darn it. And he's bound to make some allies in the time that our truce comes up in 4 years. Oh, what a shame. Hopefully, you guys, that it's just, you know, feeling a little bit sad, bad man, about that, but hopefully it's something that we can be easily resolved. You know, because it's just completely out of my hands. We just lost our union over Sweden because our ruler died within a few short years of having enforced the union over him. That's so BS. Really bad luck. Really upsetting. And a really negative way to end this episode. But I'm sure you guys understand. We just got RNG'd, and that's the kind of RNG that you don't need if you want to have a good game. Crap. Gosh darn it, Saxony just expanded. RIP forcing religion over him. I will release nations from him though, guys. From the Saxons. Mainz is an elector and also a Catholic. Oh god, we gotta wrap this war up quick. Because we're losing all our imperial authority that we just gained. Oh man, I'm so... The dreams, guys, the dreams. That's harsh. I'm kind of lost for words. Like, we're going to finish up this war. And we're going to end the episode, guys. And we're going to feel a little bit sad, bad man. Until we get that personal union back up and running, basically. As our power projection diminishes over time. Got no manpower. Alright, I will do Ulm. As soon as we've sieged up Ulm, I'm going to get out of this war because we're losing imperial authority, like just bleeding it out. I can make another elector while we're at war. I forgot about that. Let's make somebody who's certainly Catholic an elector. Somebody who can't. We don't need to worry about releasing nations. There we go. He's perfect. Bavaria. Okay. Oh god, this freaking game, dude. So we've got the restore CB against Sweden, but we've got a truce with him. Now, because he's at war with us, he's fighting the same war, he's not going to make an ally, very likely, while he's at war, because he's got that negative modifier. So let's just hope that, damn it, our good military leader leaves us. Let's hope that at least he doesn't make an ally. So it's just 1v1, but the likelihood of that is very slim. He's going to ally who he can. Now, he is Protestant, is the other thing, and the Danes are going to hate him, who is another Protestant nation. So his options are going to be fairly slim. It's going to be interesting to see who he actually rivals. So we're just waiting on this siege here of Ulm, and then I'll get out of this war. We've got 2 more wars to go to. One against Anhalt, where I'm fabricating, one against Lundberg to force religion. Okay, let's let the Swedes siege that up while we just walk away. Feels sad, man. Feels sad, man, guys. War exhaustion on Brabant is extremely high as usual. They always seem to aim him. Oh, it was actually my admiral that died, not our shock general, which is good. We're in a bad spot. How upsetting. How upsetting. Why do I even bother, guys? How upsetting. That's a massive waste of time. The next war against Swedes, and it could be really hard. But what can you do, man? We take what we get, you know, the RNG. Can see here that Hungary's 27 years old. With no ruler, he's going to be inherited by Muscovy if he dies, and Bohemia is going to contest it. I think that's probably worth a royal marriage. The likelihood is really slim, and we're going to have a royal marriage with him, which is really annoying. That's a hard decision because it's going to cost us stability, but we inherit him if he dies, so I think it's worth. Let's hope that our luck turns around, I suppose, guys, because feels really sad, man, right now. A little bit thrown off. What should I be doing with my diplomats? I don't like that mission. I changed my mind. But I will fabricate on Bohemia. What I will try to do against Bohemia's claim this... Oh, he flipped. He flipped. Flip. Of course he flipped now. He was trying to fight off the religion earlier. He converted his capital back to Catholic. You see, he was fighting off the religion, and now he embraces it. You bastard. He probably is wizened up now. He knows now that he has a chance to be emperor if he remains Protestant. Alright, let's get the heck out of this war and call it a day. Guys, I can't even force religion on this guy, which is the whole reason I declared war. We can release 2 nations. One's going to be Protestant, but what can you do? At a later date, we'll try to enforce him. I think number of princes, even though this is going to hurt in the meantime, having an extra heretic is going to help us out in the long run. Feeling really sad, bad man, guys. I hope you sympathize, but don't get demoralized, because we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do our best. And this is what I mean, guys. I've addressed this issue before. Is like a lot of people, they say I'm lucky or whatever, or UPU so many nations, but they don't know at what cost. They don't see the truce breaks. They don't see the hard fought wars. They don't see the cost. This is going to be one of those games where we're going to do great, and people are going to call me lucky. And those of you who have seen this game are going to know that, yeah, winner's luck. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying, and I'll see you next time, where perhaps we'll be declaring this war. We've got 3 years more of truce, so it's probably actually not going to be next episode, guys, because we've got a few things to do. But the episode after that, we're going to try to enforce the Union over Sweden again. Next episode, probably just doing some more enforced religion wars. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.